We here to talk about Maul from Rory and Maul. Yes, that Maul. We here to talk about Maul. Because Maul just, again, I'm late on this. Well, with the whole shit that was going on with the whole Kendrick Super Bowl announcement, people wanting it to be Wayne, yada, yada, yada. Him in his promo video to announce he's headlining the Super Bowl and the no round two shit. Clearly, after Drake was saying, I'm ready for round two and all this shit. It is what it is. By the way, at this point, we do have to acknowledge, as much as the beef was going on, Drake was playing these social media games to look like he hasn't won, because he knew, especially with his Meek battle, that social media is very important. So as much as he was dropping the music, he was also like, oh no, the social media shit, I gotta be over that. Yada, yada, yada. Anyway, sorry. Sorry. But with that being said, Maul affirms that Drake has turned down performing at the Super Bowl multiple times. That's what Maul said on the Rory and Maul podcast. I believe the most latest one. Well, I think a new one's dropping today or tomorrow, honestly. By the day of recording this, I'm recording this on the 13th, so whenever it's available. But the one prior. So I guess the Tuesday one or the Monday one, whichever one that fucking was. But anyways, he did say that Drake was offered to perform at the Super Bowl and he was turned down. Now, if we're just looking at it from like a music standpoint or just like a catalog standpoint, yeah, it makes sense for the Super Bowl to try and get Drake to perform. He has the hits. He has the hits that are global and that are worldwide. A critique you could say about Lil Wayne is, don't get me wrong, Wayne, talented artist, go. He's dropped hits for the culture. Like Lil says, you know, people in the hip-hop culture, I'm not necessarily going to say black culture, but people in the hip-hop culture, we know what Wayne is. We know how important Wayne is to rap and his story and how great of an MC he is. There's no question there. He's a legacy act. He's a legend. He's a GOAT. Again, one of the only niggas I would stand for, bro. He's great. But with that being said, the critique of Kendrick being known more, what's it called? By casuals is fair, especially with, also like I said, this whole beef with Drake, not elevated him, it put more eyes on him because he didn't really drop a project this year. So it is what it is. Drake not necessarily as well, but he has been more active than Kendrick, right? Also, with that being said, I also didn't get this point. I did like that Charlamagne did mention this. Black History Month, of course, Super Bowl. So Kendrick, and we don't all know Kendrick is very, King Kun, so we gonna be alright. Which I think he's gonna do, we gonna be alright. But it makes sense, honestly, especially looking at it from Black History Month, getting somebody like Kendrick. Kudos, I can't even be mad at it. But anyways, we're here to talk about the Maul claim. Sorry for the little side soliloquy or whatever have you. Yeah, this nigga Maul. So this nigga Maul over here, right? He was asking him questions, or he was discussing about the whole Wayne Kendrick thing. He's like, Drake turned this shit down like a couple of times. And I was like, nigga, how the fuck you know this information? Is it anywhere to be accessed? How the fuck we know this? Did this nigga tell you what's going on? He didn't really answer this shit. And I was perplexed. Now again, it could be some shit. Y'all know Drake and Jay-Z is, we don't really know. It's a whatever relationship. The only nigga I know Jay don't really got issues with is Wayne, I would like to believe. But like, Drake, I don't know. So I just perplexed. This nigga just said that shit. If you don't know, Maul is like Big's brother. He has a relation to Biggs. Of course, Biggs and Jay's close. So you know what I'm saying? He has some ties over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just... Nigga, this nigga put on his OVO Maul keep. I'm just... Nick, hey, he's having a tough time. Hey, he love Jay and he love Drake. It's a tough time. But anyways, let's read this article, man. This shit just confused the fuck out of me. But anyways, Maul affirms that Drake has turned down performing at the Super Bowl multiple times. With how big Drake is, it's certainly plausible. But why are we just hearing about this? Not factual. I ain't gonna lie. Obviously, Drake is a major artist in demand performer. He's also one of the biggest hit makers of this generation and has global appeal. So with Maul of the new Rory and Maul podcast saying that Drake has turned down multiple offers to perform at the Super Bowl. Now, when you say headlining or somebody wanting to bring Drake out, because there's a difference. That's a different conversation. The way Mal made the statement was like they offered him to headline and he turned it down. So we're gonna continue. Multiple offers to perform at the Super Bowl is certainly a real possibility. However, believing that this is a true fact is very slim. This alleged truth was revealed on the latest podcast of their show, and he says that the boy has been presented with the opportunity probably 4 times. Right away, Rory and his other 2 co-hosts, Damaris and Julian, they don't put their name in the article, but shout them out. I enjoy Damaris a lot. I do fuck with Damaris. And Julian, low-key. Like, listening, okay, like, we all know Rory and Mal are on the Joe podcast, but, like, comparing the two, again, I love Melissa Ford, but Damaris be holding it down for topics. Melissa Ford, sometimes she be quiet as hell. That's one thing. And then, Julian just a silly motherfucker. I appreciate it. Anyway, shout them people out, but anyways. We're immediately questioning the validity. All of them claim to have never heard about that, and they asked Mal if that's a fact or Drake told him. However, he never responded to neither of those. Instead, he just reaffirmed that it was true without any explanation as to how or where he got the information from. Bro, if you can't say where you got it from, you should just say, I can't review my sources, or said some other shit. You just literally just like, a motherfucker came to you like, no, sorry, this was basically Mal. Like, yeah, Drake turned it down a couple of times. So the rest of them were basically like, oh shit, like, is that factual? Is it reported somewhere? Like, how do you know this? Drake told you? Like, what's up? Like, what's going on? Yeah, I just want to say, man, like, yeah, Drake just turned that shit down 4 times. Like, you just restated what you said, my nigga. Like, no explanation. Just say, bro, you can't reveal your sources. You would not like to say, but it's factual. Or something like that, bro. You just kept that shit pushing. Anyways. What was that? I was reading some shit. Yeah, he just reaffirmed that it was true without an explanation as to how or where he got the information from. Then Rory went on to wonder why Drake would do such a thing given how immense the Super Bowl halftime show stage is. Mal was pretty vague and generic in his answer once again. So y'all thinking there was some shit with him and Jay? Or they was doing some fuck shit at the Super Bowl? And he was like, nah, I don't want to do that shit. Or he had smoke with Jay? Because that's what you alluding to. And if we're going to speculate, we're going to speculate. So I don't know why he would turn it down. That's up to the artist. Maybe I'm on the road right now and I don't want to, like, whatever the reason may be. So, yes, not much clarification from Mal whatsoever. This flimsy claim has fans saying that the same thing we are. This should not be just known right now when a user on X writes. Right, because that's definitely believable that only Mal has this information. Yeah, that is true. That only Mal has this information. The most streamed rapper in the world has turned down the Super Bowl multiple times. And I fuck with Mal, but he begins. And that super secret info only Mal has heard about just so happens to come out after Kendrick's Super Bowl announcement. Mal also sounded like a staunch Drake fan when he said that the MC was laughing about the Kendrick choice. Also, didn't he say he just tweeted out laughing emojis about that shit because he talked to Drake and Drake was just laughing or whatever. Overall, it's now fooling around the internet. Yo, Ma, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yeah, Ma, I'm not saying reveal your sources, but yeah, you going, like, give a better explanation. At least niggas would like, I can't reveal my sources. I can't really say right now, but this is where it's going. At least say some shit like that. Now, again, I wouldn't be surprised if Drake got offered to do the Super Bowl. It makes sense. It does make sense for you to get Drake. His catalog speaks for itself. I do get that. But like multiple times, 4 times, nigga, like come on. And we're just hearing about this shit right now. The whole Kendrick Drake thing's popping up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can have that discourse, you can have that discussion or whatever. We'll see. Hey, you already know OVO Mal's in full effect. This nigga in academics, I ain't gonna lie. Now, academics be glazing that nigga more than Mal. I ain't gonna lie. But, bro, these 2 niggas, I ain't gonna lie, man. Listen. Let's see how this shit goes. Because clearly, motherfuckers, Kendrick said no round 2s, but apparently there's probably gonna be a round 2. We'll see, man. Listen, I'm just trying to hear this Party Next Door album in fall. And after that, we could see what happens. This Party Next Door collab album got with Drake. We could see what happens after that because there's going to be some sneak disses or whatever. But hey, man, we'll see what's going on. Hey, listen. I thought this beef would be over. But apparently it's going to go to the Super Bowl next year, so. Hey, man. What do y'all feel? Comments down below, links in the description. Besides that, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. sign out for today. The Black TJ there while I'm doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hey, like, subscribe, try to hear a little bit more there. I'm gone. Slam some peace, y'all, gang. Aye.